Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Honza's Collection. Today I would like to show you nothing less than Whiplash from Iron Man 2. This is the second version, or actually the first reissue of the Whiplash action figure in 1/6 scale from Hot Toys. And it is Sideshow exclusive, so I would like to show you what's in the box. And before we will get there, first of all, let me just take a look at this beautiful art. You can see the nice gloss on this hand. Like, as you know, usually when Hot Toys is doing these 1/6 scale figures, they are using the face of the actor, but this time they used this hand. I'm not sure if it's better or worse, but I still like how it looks. It's definitely really nice. And it's not just this hand, but if you will go to here, maybe you can hear that, or on this side, it's really like rough texture on the back. So that was quite surprising when I first touched the box. It's also here as well, and yeah, that's just how the whole box looks like. You can see the top. You can see you have this beautiful Iron Man 2 logo. Down on the bottom, it is the same as well. So yeah, let's open this box to see what is inside. So look at this. Here you have, yeah, here you have the face of the actor. You can see some credits here, and here is the figure himself. And in just a second I will open this thing up and I will show you the details. I will put all the plastics away so that we can take a look at the picture. And here we have him. This is Michael Rourke himself. So let's take a closer look. And the first impression is that it's actually pretty huge, and it's heavier than I thought. So I will put everything away and get back to you in a second. And here we have him, straight as he looks, no crazy poses or accessories or anything like that. And you can see the beauty and how well this looks like. I will show you that in just a second, but first of all we will take a closer look at the accessories. And let me just say that there is not much. It's just 2 fists and these, I don't know how to call them, like blasters or something, and also this main stand. If you will take a closer look at the stand itself, it's really beautiful. It's the racetrack from the famous Formula 1 race from the movie. So you can see not only these yellow lines, but if you will, I'm not sure if it's visible on the camera, but if we will go really close, you can see the dirt and the rubber from the Formula 1 cars. So that's really beautiful. The only thing that bothers me on this is that you really have to use a big amount of force to put this inside of it. I was really scared that I will break something inside, but unfortunately, fortunately, I did not. But yeah, that's just how it is. And here you can see it's wired, so you can pretty much pose it anywhere you want. And they both look the same, so it's just as it is. And here you can see the little fists. You can see the tattoos. It's matching how it looked in the movie. I mean, look at it. Look at the fingers and the tattoo here. That's really something. You don't always get such beautiful hands like these. So I have to say it's really beautiful. Yeah, so that's that when it comes to the accessories. And now we will put the accessories on Whiplash, and we will take a closer look how he looks like. But before we will do that, I will show you how he can actually move, because as you can see, all the wires and everything here, it's really tricky to move with him and be like really, you have to be really careful when you are playing with this guy. And it's also written in the instructions. So for example, Hot Toys is saying that you should not really move with his head, because you might scratch the paint job on his face or even on his neck. So if I will just to show you, no, you cannot really move him that much, just a little bit. And here I'm scared that I will break something here from his sculpted hair, so I will not push it. But let's take a closer look how it is with his hands. So with his arm you can move, well, not much. I think that this is probably the maximum. I really don't want to break anything, because as you can see, it can be really dangerous. And when it comes to his elbows, there isn't double joint as on usual Hot Toys. You have only single joint in here, and the joint is also visible, as you can see, so you cannot really do much. Oh, I'm so scared. Yeah, something like that. I will try to push it slightly more off the camera with my two hands, and then we will see in the poses section what we can actually achieve here. Then when it comes to his belly, so you have some decent amount of range of emotions, so that's good. And then when it comes to his legs, what I really don't like is are his knees, because you can see through the gaps in here, you can see the joints inside, and it's really not something that you would like to look like every single time. I mean, look at this. It's really ugly. And it also moves on his knee, so I mean, with this figure you have to be really careful. But what I like a lot are his boots, because it's really nice sculpted. It's beautiful. Take a look at the details here. It's very nice. It's everything on the boots looks like that it's durable plastic, so you cannot really like play with this tongue or do anything about it, unfortunately. But hopefully he will be at least able to stand on his feet how he should. By the way, when we will try to do something here, oh yeah, can you see that? Yeah, so you can bend his knee around here, and if you want to stretch his legs, you can do it pretty much to about here, but you have to be really careful, because this whole brown thing, it's very it's very tricky to do something with that, because you might scratch something, you might break something. So it's not perfect. I mean, like, if you have a figure which is as well detailed as this one, you have to do some compromises. So that's just how it is. Like, if you really want a figure which you can pose, you know, the crap out of it, I think Whiplash is not the figure for you. But if you want to see something really detailed and beautiful, here you have him. And by the way, look at this sculpt. I mean, this is Mickey Rourke through and through. It's really amazing. And usually, from my experience, like, if you have to create a sculpt from the older actor, then it's usually easier and it looks better. And here you can see, I mean, look at the scar right here. That's just amazing. I mean, also these hair are sculpted, so I'm not sure about rooted hair, if that would be a better option. Hard to say, probably not. But I would love to see them, at least to try and see how that looks. But yeah, let's focus on the back, because the back is also very interesting. Look at the wires and all these little details here. That's just outstanding. I mean, look at that. That's really something. And I'm not sure if you have noticed, but here at his back you have this small plastic piece, and you will have to put the battery inside, which I already did. And to be honest with you, it was really something terrible. It took me like 15 minutes to get the battery inside, and it was just a nightmare. I mean, look at this. Like, even to found some screwdriver which is as tiny as this thing, and that put it inside. They could have solved it better. But nevertheless, if we will turn it on, now you can see how it looks. and it's not the whole thing, because it's also here in his arc reactor on his chest. And from my understanding, you will be able to see that on the plastic wires and blasters, or however you would like to call them, in just a second. So let's put it on him. And here you can see Whiplash in all its beauty, and look at this, how it is huge. The wires unfortunately are not able to, you can't really put the light on inside, but that would be even better. But as it stands, that's really something unbelievable, and you can play with it as you like. So I mean, there is so much to look at on him. It's just unbelievable. And here, as you can see, you have to put the wires from his shoulders all the way through here, so then it looks like that it's turned on. So that's how he looks like, and I would love to finish this little unboxing and review with some poses. So let's take a look what he can do. And here we have him when he's actually whipping, and when he is ready to get Iron Man. But it is absolutely beautiful, but it is also very hard. Yeah, I still have to adjust it, because as you can see, the wires are not strong enough to hold in some position, unfortunately. So if you would like to have him in such a pose, I would suggest to also use the duct tape or something at the front of the details, because it is, you can't really do much about it. Yeah, but let's just try a different pose. Yeah, I think this looks more realistic, so there is no problem with a pose like this one, and it's pretty much how you know him from the movie, when he was going on this road and Iron Man was going against him. Really not bad. But it's really difficult to move him, and as I said a million times in this video, you have to be really careful with this guy. And here we have one of the last poses. I think probably something that everyone wants to see, apart from the fact that it is not a Hot Toys Iron Man. Unfortunately, I don't have him yet. This is Kotobukiya, Iron Man from Iron Man 2. So here you can see them, how they look together. But obviously, once I will be able to get a proper Iron Man, ideally Mark V, then I will definitely put him together with Whiplash. They will look awesome. I'm sure of that. And the last thing we have here is Whiplash together with Mandarin. Also, as you know, Mandarin is the infamous villain from Iron Man 3. So these two guys didn't really met in the movies, but I think that they kind of belong together. So as you can see, like Ben Kingsley as a Mandarin is slightly smaller, but that might be just because of the base. So let's take a closer look without the base. How tall they are. Right. Oh, I will rather hold him. Yeah, and as you can see, they are pretty much the same height together, although I do believe that Ben Kingsley should be slightly smaller because the actor is smaller as well, but it's just how it is. I believe that Hot Toys is not really paying much attention to these things, so you just have to go with the flow, and that's all. Yeah, so that is the end of my review on the Whiplash Reissue from Iron Man 2, played by Mickey Rourke. I do believe that this figure is absolutely beautiful. He will definitely have a big presence on the shelf or on your display. And I do see some cons. The first one is definitely the mobility and the fact that you have to be really careful. Then also the joints in the elbows and here on the knees. There are definitely some cons from what I can see, but you have so much to look at on this figure. I mean, we didn't really touch the fact that he has really nice tattoos all over his body. So if you will take a closer look, you will find some beautiful pieces on his body. But yeah, you have to be really careful not to scratch him, not to put him on something that could potentially damage the figure. Yeah, that's Whiplash. I hope you did like the video and my review, the first review on this channel. It will be definitely better in future. I'm aware of some things that I would like to improve for the future, or update my accessories and equipment and everything, but that's just what we have here for the start. So I do hope that you still enjoyed this review, and let me know in the comments below if you want to pick up your Whiplash or not. What do you think about this figure, and if it's worth your money? I do believe it definitely is, but it just depends what do you want to collect, because obviously if you are collecting, for example, just endgame figures, he's not the guy for you. But if you are like me and you like the whole Iron Man trilogy, and you want to complete the whole line, then it is definitely a must. And I have to say, from what I have seen from the villains, from all three movies, he is definitely the best one when it comes to the structure of the figure and how well he can look. So that's all. Don't forget to hit the bell notification icon, and also subscribe if you liked this channel, and hopefully see you soon in the next video. Bye.